transition. And welcome to the Hinge Games live stream. I'm Bjorn Swenson.
I'm Jock Joy.
Cool. And yeah, so lots to talk about tonight. As I said, the title we did a lot of we're working a lot on localization stuff. So it's compiling all the strings we have in the game, things like that. Bug reporting. Not just we have. Oh, before we go much further, so we got a new member of the team. Julian, you want to say hi?
Hello.
Cool.
Do you want me to just talk a bit more? I'm Julian. I'm an experienced QA guy. I've worked at several different companies alongside Bjorn, and apparently alongside Jacques as well. I didn't know. I just
Yeah.
found that out just now.
Yeah, well, he worked at IDOS on Tomb Raider and Thief, so
Deus Ex, and yeah, I
and
was on
Deus Ex,
Mankind
yeah.
Divided as well. Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, yeah. So he's here. Phil's here. Say hi, Phil.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, yeah, pretty good. And yeah, so what else we going? So bug reporting, something that's going to we'll talk about that with Phil Jack and localization. What else? The wiki. We got the wiki set up. And Jacques, what are you working on?
This week, I did a fast pass on the dojo. It's not the final pass, but it's the pass we're going to use for our demo. I made a raft. Yep, I made a raft. I did some minor bug fixing on the for playing through a bunch of the game. I realized there were some lighting issues that I fixed up, and then I'm halfway, almost finished the female base body, which all the females in the game are going to be based on. So
Cool.
it's like a naked, inappropriate Barbie doll naked thing. And so basically, I'll explain to it when I get into that. So
Okay, cool. And one other thing I'll mention. So I actually let's switch to Unreal here. Transition to that view. So something else I did like just before the stream started was I changed our main menu to use our updated logo
oh, nice.
and to use our demo level as the background.
I love it.
So you can
I
see
love it.
guys running around. They're in the bushes and stuff. There's audio for you guys can't hear it over Discord, but there's audio for the water rushing by and the music. The mix is way off. I had to basically turn off the music and the sound effects volume is at like 10% and it's still really loud. So
Nice.
need to do some work on that.
Are you implementing the audio through Wise already?
So right now it's I wouldn't even say 50-50 split. I'd probably say like 60-40. 60-40 base Unreal, 60 base Unreal, 40% Wise.
Okay.
If that even. And it's like I think we talked about this. Like Julian pointed out, like a lot of the audio is like pretty bad in terms of the mix and stuff like that. So we're gonna try and pull out the most egregious stuff or balance that so it's not so jarring. And then just for early access in the demo, and then as we move on, we'll like polish everything up.
Just want to point out I didn't say bad.
It's a bad. No, I can say bad. I don't think I said bad either. I said not great. But whatever. Whatever. We're working on it. We'll work on it. It's definitely not where we want it to be, and it's definitely like in general. I think there's a few pieces that are not great, that really stand out. But then if we can address those and some of the reverb and stuff like that for like when you go into the dungeons and it gets all echoey and things like that. So there's definitely stuff to do. Woo! Yeah, Phil, woo!
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. All right. And so talking about bug reporting, Julie's been reporting some bugs. That's one of the reasons I was able to fix the audio, sort of, is he pointed out that like these switches weren't really working very well because they were only set up to work with the Wise audio. Now they actually control the Unreal audio as well. So
Nice.
yeah. So now I can crank up. Again, you guys can't hear this, but if I crank this up, then you can hear like water and then music. But definitely, probably want some cover music. Ooh, that music isn't even working. Yeah, something with the music broke in the main menu when I did this. But we'll do a pass on that later. But we'll need calmer music too because it's very actiony because they were combat scene in the background. So. Do that. And then just take a look. So I got these buttons here for the wiki and Discord. Yeah, they've been working for a while. So that water is loud. Check that water. Why did they turn it all the way up? Turn it up. Okay. So,
Is that to let you know I am watching Game 7, Habs versus the Leafs. So if I jump out of my chair for any reason, there's a explanation for that.
All right. So let me just go back here. So yeah, when I click on the Discord button, it brings me to the link for a Discord channel. And then for a wiki, brings us to the wiki. We haven't populated this yet. That's something we're going to have to fill out. But
Cool.
Set up and working. And one of the features that I was talking to Phil about, that what we want to implement, is basically a way, because we use this procedural dungeon system. I'll load up. Let's go continue. So yeah, basically we go into this procedural dungeon, and I added a feature. Right now it's only in the debug menu, but we'll set it up so you can access it from the pause menu if you get a bug or anything like that. But there's get dungeon seed, and you can see across the top of the screen it got like a bunch of information,
Mhm.
And it copied it to the
so cool.
clipboard. So this is basically like, now if I let's exit out of this. If I quit, or if I'll just load last save.
Mhm.
So now if I exit out, and it crashed. Hey, that's even not bad. So yeah, I can restart. Because basically I can paste that. There's another option for like set dungeon seed, so we can set that. But what Phil and I will probably do is we'll work on a system so like you can enter that, players can enter that as report a bug, and then it'll just dump that information, maybe take a screenshot of the game, and then upload it to a website or a forum or something like that.
Yeah, somewhere where you guys can access it and try and work on it, I guess.
Yeah, and like I'll build an interface, so basically probably maybe from within the game you can just like you can browse and select the problems or something like that. I mean, it's not that bad because you can paste them in and things like that, but that'll be something Julian can use as well if he finds bugs in the inside the dungeons, because it's the procedural dungeon, but it's all seeded, so like you'll get the exact same dungeon if you enter that information that it dumped.
Is there any way they'd be able to copy paste like a screenshot?
Well, that's the thing I'll do automatically. It won't just be they like, I'm not gonna rely on the players to do that. It's like when you say like file a bug or whatever, or report a bug, it'll take a screenshot. It'll dump some choice pieces of information about the game and just automatically upload everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So now I can continue and paste that in, and that's so that's the Unreal side of that is working, but that's something Phil and I are going to work on in the next coming weeks, probably. Yeah. So there's that. Was there anything else specifically for bugs that I had? There's reporting, localizing stuff. Yeah, renamed all the weapons. There's an easy way to just like browse that. So you're not going to be able to see it very well on my screen because it's so big. Oh no, wait, I follow you. Let's do this. Open up the. No, it's not in there. It's in equipment. So in here, so now we like optimize the names a bit. So where's a good example? Let's look at light should be good. Okay. So we have like, instead of the light helmets being called light helmets, they're just called hood now. So it's just a hood, because that's for the concept art we have. It's a hood. No,
I can actually show that.
Yeah,
I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So and like, instead of light, medium, and heavy hoods, it's like or light, medium, and heavy helmets. It's like hood, and then helmet, and then great helmet, and same thing for everything. There's like boots, leather boots, steel or plate boots. There's like shirt, leather jacket, plate mail. So everything's sort of named appropriately, and we don't need to add the extra word of like light, medium, and heavy.
Yeah.
Still gotta go through and we have to figure out who Tim is, or we need to change that name to something more epic sounding.
The great Tim.
Yeah. But the biggest challenge for localization is these names because there's over 2,000 of them. We go all the way down the list. There's like this many different items, and basically what we want is that's I think it what percentage is that? I think it's like 2/3 of the words we need translated are in this list for like all the localization we're doing. But Jock figured out a way. He plays a lot of Diablo, and we're gonna try and do sort of a workaround where we just kind of like we get one version of it and then we swap out the words because a lot of them are the same, right? So it's like, okay, so there's lightning opal, there will be lightning opal sword, and then lightning opal dual swords, and then lightning opal heavy sword, or lightning opal spear. So
Yeah, so you need to just translate the word lightning and opal like once and then
Yeah.
swap it in. Yeah, I see.
yeah,
Instead
yeah,
of
and
paying
figure
for
out
each
like
one.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. But other than that, like a friend sent me the site. It seems like relatively cheap to do. Oh, hey, Shizu Meniko. Take it, it's friend of JV's.
Yeah,
Oh,
Neko
Julian.
works. Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, Shizu.
Let's see. Well,
Hello,
oh yeah,
Neko. Welcome.
Neko. Ah, Neko. Okay, Neko. That's way easier. It's like Chewbacca, Chewy. But yeah, so that's I think it was like 3,000 words total for our demo, and even that's not all stuff used in our demo, but there's some lines I was like too lazy to clean up. So, yeah, I think that's mostly it for me. But looking forward to that localization. We're gonna do like 8 languages, I think. So
Mhm.
yeah, I think Julian will probably do a dry run with French, and we'll see like, okay, are there any problems with this? Or is this all working properly? And then we can move on to the other languages. Cool.
All right.
All right, let's switch over to Jacques.
All right. You guys want to see some art? You guys
Yeah.
want to see art? Okay, so,
I just showed this.
so what we did last week, so we were supposed to make a like a new dojo from the concept, but just kind of given the time constraints, I kind of wanted to make something fast using what we had. So because we did an early pass on World 3, I just used the World 3 tiles and made our training hall with this because we're not really showing much of it anywhere else. So it's just kind of like these sort of Celtic inspired. So the dojo will look different in the final game, but you will see these tile sets actually in our Act 3 spoiler.
Mhm.
Right. So yeah, when you go to the basement, oh boy, you know what? I'm just gonna play it. Play it in the editor.
Yeah.
So I realized yeah, it's not loading properly and all the other stuff. You're not gonna
Well,
see the lighting in all of its glory.
Well, because everything's loaded at the same time when you're looking at it in the editor. You need to turn off the overworld levels or set them to invisible.
Yeah, I know. This is just like a force of habit me. That's how I
to,
like to work.
to sit here and wait for several minutes for it to load up the game instead of
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so what else did I do that I can show? Oh, here we go. And I guess this is the first time you've seen it for in a while, Phil.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, and this is the first time Shizumat Neko's gonna see it.
just say Nico.
Shizumat, yeah, Neko.
It's like Chewy. You don't say the whole name every time. It's just Chewy
All right.
or Neko.
So this is gonna be our demo. We're gonna be releasing in a month.
Less than a
Yeah.
month now.
Wow, that's so soon.
4
It
weeks,
is.
No,
baby.
God. We can
Oh,
stealth
you
these
inspire your
guys.
game artists. Cool.
Yes. I'm gonna just pass by
Cool.
these things.
Neko has done work,
Uh-oh.
some art with an Unreal.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I'm not gonna get the stealth. No.
All right.
Can
Wait,
you
what are
get
you
it
doing,
yet?
Jack? Did you unlock all the abilities? You should be playing with all the abilities.
I didn't unlock all the abilities, did I?
Did you have them all
But you
unlocked right
seem
now?
to have them all.
Oh,
Yeah, I've
damn
never
it.
seen that leap thing.
All right.
Yeah, because Julian's been playing legit.
Yep.
Jacques
Oh
is cheating.
no, because I had to test the other puzzles. That's why. I had to test some other puzzle elements later on.
Hmm.
Oh, cool.
All right. So this is our dojo, the interior of the dojo. And as you can see, there's these new like platform thingies that we're reused. And this is the tile set for inside of the dojo. The lighting is kind of
Oh, I like
I
that
decide
pop up. Yeah.
yeah. Where was it? Here. So if you want to practice your
Right.
moves, triple
Yeah.
slam. You go like this. So you do that. 1,000 pokes. And this is our slash melee. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Is there
where are
anything we
we?
could do? Because like we had the those little pedestals that you
Yeah.
stand on. Is there anything we do to make those stand out a bit more?
I could. Yeah, I could probably make them Fresnel a bit or something.
Oh yeah, yeah, because
Oh,
they
so I
blend
have a
in quite a
question.
bit right now.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so Nico is an aspiring game artist. Are you based in Montreal as well?
She's in the UK.
In the UK, right on.
Oh,
I
cool.
have some friends in the UK who are doing this.
Yeah.
So for this game, we're using 3ds Max, ZBrush. I bake in Marmoset. I'll actually show you the pipeline for the next thing I'm going to show, actually.
Sure.
So, yeah, so I was going to ask, are you going to be focusing on like characters or environments or whatever? Because I'm doing everything in this game, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, so the next thing I wanted to show was, oh, right, this is quick. Draw out of this. Was our raft. So what I did, kind of just as a quick process, oh boy, there we go, was believe it or not, a student of mine, a former student of mine, innovated a new technique. And he went to go work on Call of Duty. I'll just kind of open it up so you can kind of show what this technique is. Sure, save it. Players, dungeon textures, our assets, props, interactive, raft base. Working for game environments, building portfolio work on different things. Okay, so this actually might come as a bit of a help to you because it's such a clever hack that I'm surprised that other people didn't come up with it before him. Okay, so what he figured out was, let's just move this low poly out of the way. We can actually just make, oh, these are all, hold on a sec, where are we? So the big problem with like just kind of doing surface modeling has always been kind of doing the beveling and the chamfering. That's kind of been the bane of our existence in a lot of ways. Let me hide this. So what he figured out was if you do something like this, just like basic, very basic box modeling, you can actually bring the boxes directly into ZBrush. And then all you do is you run a Dynamesh on it and then you smooth it. And then all of your bevels and chamfers will kind of just miraculously show up. So you cut way tons of time. Like I didn't have to bevel any of these, didn't have to bevel any of these, didn't have to bevel any of these. I just modeled the box of them. And then I brought it into ZBrush, did a quick Dynamesh using different poly groups. And then, yeah. And so pretty much all I'm doing at this point now is box modeling for most of this game, including the characters. So ZBrush is pretty much just used as this, as pretty much adding the bevels to everything, but I'm not actually doing a whole lot of ZBrush work in it, which is kind of surprising for this kind of game. But yeah, I'm using ZBrush for like the sail details, but that's really about it. And maybe some like chips on the wood, which I have brushwork for. Okay, so this was it. And then I baked it in Marmoset. Oh, can I open my raft? No, the link's broken. Yeah. So this is now our raft in the game. our low poly wrapped, baked down, and textured. Textured in
Nice.
substance, by the way. And this is a logo for a game I threw in. And I'll just throw it in the demo for now. Where's our raft? Boxy raft some.
You want the puzzle
I
one?
think it's, yeah. Okay, continue. Just won't check that in. So when I play this, sure, save selected. Sure, check it out for now. Oh, I should just play an editor. No. Ah. It's my bald guy. Why did it place it over here?
Why did you place it so far away?
I want to show off all my sweet art assets.
Ooh.
Is it down here? Yeah. There we go.
It is.
So now we get to ride this thing. Oh, I don't have a cleave unlocked on this guy.
Yeah. See, that's playing legit.
Yeah.
You can unlock it if you want to show off the raft.
All right.
Painted us into a corner here. Set all these expectations that I'm not going to
There
be
we
the
go.
killjoy of the party.
Yeah. So this is now how it works. There we go. And now we're off. You're not supposed to have the raft here, by the way. So, you're not supposed to be able to fall off the edge of the water or anything like that. Oh, nice.
A dead zone in the ocean.
Yeah. This is not a part of the demo. You don't get to do this.
That's why we don't have rafts in the demo.
Yeah. All right.
The secret bottom of the ocean level.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, what else did I do? So I fixed lighting on some puzzle elements. I don't know if I were okay. I'll show it. Recent levels. Do I? It's kind of a dumb thing.
Thing is, like, I saw the solution you did. I don't think we should be doubling the lights.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
dynamic lights that overlap are really expensive.
Even if they don't cast shadows.
Yeah, that's what Bruno said in our chat.
Okay.
And,
Yeah,
he mentioned
I guess we'll raise.
basically,
the
yeah,
skylight.
we'll raise the skylight because it goes down to 0 when you're in the dungeons, but we'll put it at like 0.01 or something.
Yeah, it's enough to get some semblance of some shadows, I guess. Well, we'll play around with it. Okay.
Hello, Indie Man
then-
64.
Yeah. Hi, Indie Man 64. So,
Well,
yeah.
do you want to actually take a look at the dungeons and see if we can fix the skylight
sure.
on your machine? I can show you where the
Sure.
curve is.
Yeah.
If you-
so I won't say this. I got to
Yeah.
make sure to let me make sure to not submit that.
Okay. Yeah.
Revert that.
Okay. So if in Unreal you go into the
I just want to
blueprints
show everyone
folder-
what the problem. I should probably show
Okay.
everyone what the problem was first. Yeah. Just so
Sure.
that they don't know what we're fixing. Okay. So this was our kind of puzzle dungeons. Initially, what we got was these overarching like ammo slides were causing basically pitch black shadows on the world because what we did is we took the skylight down to 0, so we were just kind of using our point lights. So I did a hacky thing where I doubled up the lights and cut them down to half the intensity. And then what I did was I removed the shadows on one and left the other. So we had the same lighting basically, but with just half the shadow. Right. And I'm been told that that's a pretty bad
with
solution.
twice the lighting calculations.
Yes.
It isn't about the intensity, it's about the number of lights.
Yes. Okay. The good news is I only made it on the puzzle levels. I only made that change in the puzzle levels, so it's not on every single level.
Yeah, actually, I wonder if it would be adjusting the skylight or adjusting the post process so that it doesn't get that black.
I think it's no, because the post it is the skylight. I read up quite a bit.
Okay.
Though I just thought this would be a better solution, but I guess no.
Because can the skylight because like basically what we're looking for is something that just raises the floor.
Yeah.
Not necessarily everything.
Mhm.
Right. And so with
Yeah.
a skylight, that's going to raise everything, not just the floor.
Yeah, so I guess I'd have to turn the intensity down. I'd have to recalibrate the lights on top of that then. I mean, it'll be a bit of a pain, but
Yeah.
considering how dark it is, I don't know. Okay, so you know what? Let's play around with the post-processing first to see if that works. The thing, so I guess the easy thing to do would be to load up one of those things in here, right?
Well, look, because we have to set. I'm trying to think what would be the easiest way to test this. Because
Load up an
yeah, I guess
ammo
we
thing
don't
into this,
have the
right?
skylight in the test gym. So yeah, I guess run this and start playing around with the post process.
Yeah, but I should probably put the ammo slide in here, shouldn't I?
Yeah, sure.
Slide. So the issue, and then I have to revert the lights.
Yeah.
You got a question in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Am I the sole artist on this project? Pretty much. I did hire some concept art help, but yes, I'm doing all the arts, which is
Mm.
it's a learning experience.
Oh, that's the
Uh,
proxy. That's not the that's the Puzzle Maker proxy version.
oh boy. Yeah, okay. What should I go with? The
Uh,
spline
yeah, go with one of the static meshes. I think
static meshes. Okay.
static meshes have the teal strip at the bottom.
Okay. Shield strip at the bottom. Like
Scroll down to the
this
very
one.
bottom row. There's a bunch.
Oh, SM, right. Get some of these bigger ones in here to cast the bigger shadows.
Oh, that was something else Bruno mentioned too. Is
Yeah.
let me open that up. Something in the okay, so there's something called a shadow pass switch, which we might be able to use to fix the weird shadow casting on those.
Oh, all right.
Because
That would
basically,
help.
yeah, it's casting. Because like you see how it has dither on it, so it turns invisible if the camera gets too close.
Yeah.
That's happening with the lighting too. So we need
Oh,
to like
okay.
filter out. There's something in the
Okay.
materials called a shadow pass switch
Yeah.
that Bruno mentioned that we could try.
Okay. So what I have to do is I have to raise this by double. I have to go by all these lights that I should probably just revert it. It'll be faster if I just revert it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Well,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah. It shouldn't be too long. It's
Okay.
just a level,
Well,
so there's not a ton of information in it.
yeah. Okay. Let's go 70 here. This one's the one that doesn't cast shadows. We delete that and then make this 70. That one casts shadows, so we can hide that one. Did I do these ones too? Yeah, I did. Cast shadows. I think it
I thought
just
you were
throws
just
out a
gonna
run.
revert the map.
Oh, wait, you just told me it'd be faster if I didn't. I
No,
thought
no,
you just said that.
I said it wouldn't take too long. It's not a lot of information, so the maps are
Oh,
fairly
okay.
small. It won't
Well,
take long to
this one's already
revert.
done.
All right.
Cast shadows. Let's go 70 here. And this one will go shadows. And we'll make this one 70 here. Oh, 60. Yes, 60. 60. All right. Okay. So these were causing the egregious shadows, right?
Yeah.
And
Or actually, I don't think those. Well, those ones are causing some problem shadows
yeah,
because
it was
they had a different problem with
it was
there
the
was
platforms that caused the shadows. It was the
yeah
big
there was some
platforms that
other.
were
Well, let's one thing at a time. We can
yeah.
fix. Let's try and fix that material with
All right.
if we add that switch that Bruno was mentioning.
Okay. In the material.
Mhm.
Where are we? Ammo slide. Let's open this thing up. Said there was a shadow switch.
It doesn't exist in there right now, but try typing in the
Hmm.
filter.
Wow.
Nothing comes up if you type in shadow. Or oh,
Shadow pass switch. Here we go.
there we go. Okay. So how does that work?
Interesting. Shadow pass switch. A material defines specialized behavior when being rendered into the shadow map. What do we plug this into?
Okay, well that would be the opacity mask. So if it's
Okay.
yeah,
So
so default goes from that add into default, and then that goes to the opacity mask, and then should shadow be
error.
1, or is we're gonna have to put in a value there?
Okay.
And should that be 0 or 1? I don't know. Opacity. So I take it 1 is opaque.
Okay.
Or opacity mask. Yeah. Yeah, I take it 1 would be opaque. So set the default that to 1, I guess. Or if you don't want him to cast shadows at all.
That might be easier.
It
Check out selected.
yeah.
Actually, but if we do add the skylight back in, it might be worth having something. Okay, so that does look a bit weird.
Yeah, with no shadows.
Okay, so
But
we'll make
it did get rid of that weird pattern.
Yeah.
That's actually way easier. It's so weird because I looked up. Okay, yeah. So that's the appropriate, because I think it's
Yeah.
right around that light, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, cool. That works way better now.
Yeah. So if this causes problems, I'm just going to flag it off. If this cause problems, I will flag it off. But if we can't solve the problem, because like the black is actually a gameplay, it interferes with the gameplay significantly.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well, now we will get black underneath these
Yeah.
because they'll cast the shadows.
yeah. So let's just do that then. All right.
Okay.
And okay, so let's fix the lighting problem then.
All right.
It's a skylight problem now, right? And that was in the neath levels.
No.
No?
Because we dynamically changed the skylight. So what we're gonna want to do is, well, first I want to see this in the environment. I'd like to see that.
Also, let's before we
well-
do that, let's also see if post processing could fix it too.
Okay. Well, the thing is, because we still want, like, the areas outside, we still want to be black. So maybe that's not casting anything now.
It's because I think I shut it off in the material ages ago. So it was ammo slider. We set to cast ray trace shadows was off. So we put this back on, I think.
Well, are we using ray tracing though?
No, but then cast dynamic shadows. So there was that. Oh wait, huh? I can't.
Scroll way down to the bottom, because there's a bunch of settings for, like, is on dynamic objects and things like that. Keep going. Okay, up a bit. Used with spline meshes.
Yeah, it is.
Is there one for, like, used with dynamic objects or anything?
Skeletal
Okay.
mesh.
No. Okay.
It's just static lighting.
Okay. There. Well, that's interesting.
Cast shadow is masked. Nope, that's light.
Oh yeah,
mask.
that should be true, shouldn't it?
The default is that. It's not true.
Oh.
Let's take a look at this. Got another question. Habs won. Nice.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
still
you
like
stole
the
my
shadows. Okay. That's interesting.
All right.
Okay.
I realized we did he cast shadows off in the actor?
Well,
Flagged. I did.
well, you could see the shadows there though, in the level editor. So, because you don't set it in the static mesh, you set it on the actor in the level, right?
Yeah.
Because whatever you set in the level overrides whatever you set in the actor. So just type in shadow and filter. Yeah.
It's not even there.
Okay. Oh, I wonder if it needs a mesh. Oh, it should have a mesh distance field generator. But so type in shadow in the in level one.
Oh, actually, yeah. That's right. I took it out here as well.
I don't think you did because it's casting a shadow right now. It's just getting so
Shadows.
weird. Yeah, it's just a weird. Hmm.
Harsh shadows. Hidden shadows.
I think hidden shadow is if it's hidden, does it still cast a shadow?
Mhm. See what all the variables for this are. Self shadow.
Hmm. I wonder. Try rather than just play. Try running it standalone. I just wonder. I wonder if it's some weird editor thing where it's not running that switch or something like that.
Let me save it first, 'cause that might actually be the
Oh,
problem too.
I don't think so because the change we
No?
made was in the material.
Yeah. But I added
Yeah.
that thing to them. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because the thing is, like, saving it will like update the things in the
Yeah.
level, but if you make changes to
Mhm.
like the material, then that gets changed on its own. Uh, let's try a few different objects in there and see if anything's casting a shadow in game
Wow.
too.
Toronto must be melting down right now.
They're gonna riot.
They're probably gonna riot. Yeah. That was not supposed to happen.
It's funny, like putting in these videos at the start and then working on the menu today. It hasn't felt like I'm actually making a game. It feels like because all I see is like the code and the software and stuff like that. And it's like this is getting close to be passable as a game at this point. It feels
Yeah.
like if you give this to somebody, they'd be like, "This is like a real game."
It was passable before.
Uh,
No, it's not there.
yeah. Okay.
Not there. All right.
Not there. Yeah. Do you want to try adding a few other things? See if there's
Sure.
you have to close the window because it's just
Ah,
going back to the main menu now.
yeah. I'm gonna try something really dumb. Did I delete the wrong light? No, cast shadows is there.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean it's casting it right now in the editor.
Yeah,
That's
I
the weird
know.
thing.
All right.
Let's
So
let's not worry about this one right now. Let's look at the other meshes that we're casting the solid shadows.
okay. That was, believe it or not, some kind of a beam, or not a beam, but yeah, the beam was pretty egregious.
No, it
So
wasn't. I don't think it
was,
was. Oh, was it that? I don't think it was that.
but there was also like one of those. But this also was as equally egregious, depending on
Hmm.
the context of it. And there
Yeah.
was just a platform that you made a
Well.
box of that I haven't updated yet. It was like the gear turning with the
Yeah.
platform thing. So
Mm,
it really was just a floating box. That was the problem.
yeah.
So I'll just make a cube here.
Yeah. Drag the cube in. See what that looks like. Is there? Because I wonder too. Like even in the editor, like it's not getting pitch black. So is it? Is there enough bounce light in here and stuff that this room is as bad or?
They were all pretty bad, and
Yeah.
I ran
Okay.
through the puzzle I was actually here. Actually, you know what? I'll run through the puzzle I was actually playing. Just was let me just save this quickly.
You
Uh,
don't save it with all this stuff in here because then it's going to get loaded in the puzzle room. This is the base room, so it's going
right.
to.
Okay. Save. Okay. I'll open up the Neath levels, dungeons, puzzle rooms. I think it was just the last one. I think it was the yeah. God no!
Okay,
What am I
yeah, I can
doing?
see that would be bad.
Select it. Select viewport. Stupid editor. Me being stupid with the editor. So yeah, these are just like pitch black down here. You can't see anything.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't help that you can't see through those at that angle too, the higher ones.
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think it's super necessary for that puzzle anyway. Yeah, yeah.
But this does
That's
cause
not
other
terrible.
problems though. Yeah, but it does cause other problems. Like it shouldn't be this
Hmm.
black. Like this is just bad
Yeah.
lighting at this point, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, did I not? I forgot to put that one up. Yeah, this one needs to be brighter. Is this one out? I can't select it.
Oh yeah,
But
it's in the base map. Yeah.
yeah. So if I were to kind of turn this back down to 0, what would this room look
Mhm.
like? So yeah, already this is kind of better.
Hmm.
But the other thing is we're also not getting the camera light in here because we're using the static mesh because you put that in the actor, right? Oh no, wait, this is the actual one. Why aren't we getting the player the channel 2 lighting on this?
Channel 2 lighting on. Oh, you're
This
not
is when
getting the
we're getting
channel
the
2
channel
lighting
2.
on those.
Doesn't seem like we are.
You should be.
Okay. Let me just put the list back on. Oh, you might be right. Might just maybe it's too subtle.
Yeah, you could try blasting it and seeing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, for channel 2, like basically we have channel 1 is basically pretty much everything. Channel 2 is like stuff we want to add extra highlights to. So like the player has gets the channel 2 light. So
Yeah. So
basically,
basically, when a player runs into a corner like this, like somewhere that's completely pitch black, they don't get
mm,
black. They still get a little bit of lighting.
mm. And we put
You
that
know what
on a
happened?
bunch of the puzzle elements as well.
And this is getting the light is right here, so it's blocked completely by this thing.
Okay.
So so maybe it might actually just for the sake of making things easier, maybe we should shut them off.
Yeah.
I know it'll look a bit strange, but it's like there's too many problems that occur when we do that. So now
And
just
we have
kind
to
of
step
like
back up.
yeah, it boosts it to the proper levels, I think now. For me, it's more of like a readability thing. Like it's just pretty
Mm.
bad for the readability, having that like casting those big shadows. Yeah, would be nice to have something there, but yeah. At this point, maybe it might be wise to look at the skylight quickly and hope we don't kind of wreck the dungeon ambience we
Yeah.
have.
So the thing is, in here you won't actually be able to see the skylights, because
How come?
well, I guess because we could just place one in. Because the thing is, the skylight, well, there isn't a skylight in this test map, and the skylight gets changed from like the overworld settings to the underworld settings, and
Yeah,
there's no, well, because I guess we could just default it to whatever the relevant settings are. So if you want to
yeah.
add a skylight to this and then
Hmm.
change its settings,
But change it in the base. I could change it in the base room, right?
no, you wouldn't put it in the base room.
Right here in the puzzle.
You put it in the test gym
Oh, in the test
for your
gym.
testing
Okay,
purposes. Yeah,
right. So puzzle be
be under
done.
gyms. Nope, gyms. There you go. And then it's
Epic
dungeon.
puzzle.
Nope, it's dungeon gym,
Dungeon.
and it's out of date. You'll need to sync.
Oh, shit. Don't save. Let's just revert all this. So this the ammo slider I'll keep.
Just remember that. And if you wanted to revert those other rooms
Yeah. Okay. Where are they? They were.
or roll back, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah, I shuffled a
Unreal.
lot of stuff around today for localization, so that's why there's a
Yeah.
fairly big sync. What
Contents,
we talking about?
beneath levels, dungeons, base rooms. They were. Which ones were they? They were the last ones. There weren't that many. Might have just been actually these. Door yes. All the door yeses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Just select them all,
yeah.
and if you right click, oh, you can't go back.
Once I go to the
The change list. Did you
Yeah.
do anything else in that change list?
I will find out. Cast. Yeah, here
Yeah,
it is.
there you go.
Duplicate it.
Okay, yeah.
No, I didn't.
So just right click on the change list
Yeah.
and go get previous revision of files. That's like the fourth option. One below that, there you go.
Previous
Or actually,
versions
wait,
of
don't
Launch.
do that. I think is there a revert? Yeah, I guess
I think
just
that's
get previous revision of files. Or no, wait, right click on it again.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, undo changes in change list 1832. It's down, so halfway down, up to there you go,
Yeah, there you go.
and then save to
And
change
then
list. Okay.
pulled out. Okay. And I just check this back in.
Don't check it in. Leave it checked out for now,
Okay.
in case we want to make any changes.
Okay.
Okay.
Where are we? Okay, so
Okay. Yeah. So, I was talking to Julia just before the stream. We found a bug where players didn't have any weapons. So
oh,
here we talk about that for a bit. Basically, the way our game is set up, players don't start with a weapon. They
mhm.
start with where's my standalone game? There we go. Yeah. Where's Unreal standalone going? Unreal. Huh. Not seeing the standalone game. Let's double check. I was gonna run the game. Basically, so nobody starts with a weapon, but what ends up happening is this behind something else? There it is. Yeah, there we go. So nobody starts with a weapon, but in the campaign you find one, and then there's a mission system that once you get to after you complete the mission where you find a weapon, anytime somebody else joins, the mission system tracks and there's certain things that people get. Um, it keeps track of what rewards you've been given so far, and there are certain rewards that everybody will get when they create a new character and they jump in, and weapons is one of those things. So there's no missions in the demo to keep track of when you get your weapons. So that's actually something I might set up is a couple quests in the demo just for convenience, so that doesn't happen. I think that I'm guessing that's what happened with Julian. Anyway, we haven't gone over the repro steps officially, so we'll see.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
your theory that I selected continue but created a new character, it
Hmm.
makes sense. It's not what I did, but it's probably what happened.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But yeah, what I did was I found out that you can use the mouse to click on the back buttons of like other players, even though they're not there.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So using my controller, I started a game, and during the 5 second countdown, I clicked on the back button of a secondary player.
Hmm.
So it went back to the main menu, but it also launched the game at the same
Oh,
time.
Oh,
that's
jeez.
interesting.
So yeah, I ended up in gameplay, but there was no character, and I was able to create a
Hmm.
character from the gameplay screen, and that character
Okay, yeah,
spawned with no weapon,
with
did
no
not
weapon.
attack, did not do anything.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. So yeah, there's definitely several bugs there,
Yeah,
but the
it's all like bugs within one bug, right? If we just fix the fact that
yeah, yeah,
you can
like basically
back with a
what I plan to do to fix that bug is basically so your mouse should only be able to affect stuff in the first player slot. So I'm
yeah,
just gonna put like an invisible widget over top of everything else that your mouse can't click any of this stuff. Because if your mouse clicks on there, you can do stuff too, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So and because the thing is, it's meant to support touch controls for like if we do an Android version.
right.
But it's not like obviously it's not working. I can't click past this. Yeah. So yeah. but that probably should be able to back out. Yeah. So that's something I'll do is I'll just put an invisible widget over the players 2 through 4. That should fix one of the bugs, and then the other one is I'll set up a quest for like when you start the game and everything like that, and you go through. We'll see. I don't know. We'll figure. I don't know if there's going to be anything special about the quest. It's just going to be go to the dungeon, but might as well put it in.
Cool.
Okay. Anyway, let's get back to Shock.
Yeah. The
Okay.
So should I actually check before we do that? Should I check to see if the post processing could be fixed? 'Cause that would adjust a lot of our issues if it were that simple.
Mm-hmm.
So let's try that
Yeah,
first.
might as well.
Because I believe it's going to be sort of like a Photoshop layer. So
Mhm.
when you raise it, it doesn't raise the calculation; it artificially raises the image. So it's
Mhm.
pretty much like doing like an Instagram filter or something where you just kind of black becomes blue, but it's still going to be
Yeah.
like a washed out blue. It's not going to be like a nice
Oh,
blue.
okay.
So that's sort of my concern.
I don't know if it's because I think there was stuff we did where it was like you could raise, or maybe that was on the camera. There was like a
Yeah, if you're talking
minimum,
about
a
the
min darkness and
f-stop of the
max.
camera.
No, it
Yeah,
wasn't the
there
f-stop.
was.
There was like a min
No.
darkness and a max
Okay,
brightness or something like that,
okay,
right?
let's look at it for a second.
But
What
actually,
was it called? Yeah, let's build a
let's
cube
actually,
here.
what I'd recommend, I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what the easiest way to do this is, because I think we
Let's
should
build
probably do it in the dungeon builder.
a dungeon builder.
Yeah, because that way
Well,
you
let me
can
just.
place it and you can go down into the dungeon and it'll do all the proper like lighting stuff because that's the actual environment we run it in, right?
Okay. So dungeon builder.
Yeah.
Let me delete this thing. Wow. Where would that be? Beneath
It's
levels,
under levels menu.
menu, dungeon builder. Okay. Don't save.
Okay. So yeah, if you just now so one thing. Oops. There we go. So if you go to blueprints, open your blueprints folder,
Here, blueprints. Yeah.
and then there's curve assets.
Mhm.
Okay, there should be one there for dungeon lighting. Let's see. Floor transition to underworld. So open up that one. So I think that's the lighting level.
Mhm. So you want me to raise this from 0?
Yeah, you could try setting it up to like 0.01 or something like that.
It's probably got to be more than that. Okay. Ah,
But what are you doing?
not that. Is there a second point to that, or is it just that's
No,
together?
it's just between like 0 and 1. Like that's however many seconds it takes. That like it takes
Okay.
you 5 seconds to go down the stairs. So that's
All right. So hit play.
nope, not the puzzle builder. Or I guess you
No.
could set up a puzzle with those. Yeah, because those aren't casting lights right now. Just go to the dungeon builder and use that pre-made puzzle that was causing all the problems.
Right. Good. What am I doing? Stupid controller. Stupid controller. Okay. It was 2x2. Puzzle. What was it? Rounded puzzle.
And they all look the same. So I guess, well, let's see. I guess you've unlocked them all now. You'll have to like move the ones out of the way.
Can't do that.
Yeah, you can't place a puzzle at the entrance, so you'll just have to place an empty room next to it. Okay, you just exit out, keep pressing B,
Okay.
and then run down.
So was that the in-game dungeon editor?
Yep.
Yeah, the same. It's a lot of black.
Yeah. Okay, and this is after you changed it to
Yeah, 0.05.
yeah. So I can try raising it up a bit more. Did you change the curve?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
no. Okay. Dude on camera. What was this point for?
Oh, it's just because as you go down,
Yeah.
basically it's the rate at which the light changes.
Oh. Okay. So let's just raise this
So-
to 0.25. See if we see a difference.
No, you need to talk to her.
Oh,
Otherwise, it'll just be a random dungeon. Okay, you can just exit out. Yeah.
yeah, it still didn't do very much.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, well,
That's
what?
weird.
Oh. Oh. I'll just restart. We'll have a good Unreal 4 crash.
Okay, yeah, there is a skylight in here.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Skylight set to 0.
The skylight intensity scale is set to 0.5 in here.
Mm.
So that might already just be really low. And then when we're
All right.
multiplying it by, maybe I should just set the intensity. What is...
Do you want to just check out the post-processing? Raise the value on the post-processing though, just to see if that looks a bit better, because raising
Okay.
the floor might be better than playing around with skylights. Oh, actually, I just want to show one final thing before we get into this.
Okay.
Is where was it?
Oh, is it the concept art for...
Yeah, we got our
Okay,
concept
cool.
art for our medium armor.
Ooh.
It's our level 3 medium armor. We're just getting kind of straight across the board level 3 designs being done.
Mm-hmm.
So if Nico wants to see this, this is what's coming up soon-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the light stuff too, right?
The light stuff? Oh yeah.
Yeah, the light
What
armor.
light stuff?
The light,
Oh, the light armor. Right.
This is medium. We got the light armor as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
we
light
do.
armor looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Where do I have it? Oh, here we go.
Yeah, you look like a
I
little
just got
Robin
the
Hood.
roughs of it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. the final one somewhere. I don't think I have it downloaded right now.
It has a Bravely Default or like Final Fantasy
Yeah.
Tactics Advance
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
So this is the light armor. So yeah, it's funny because the original designs I was doing, I'm realizing was a little too unwieldy. Like at the scale that we were looking at in the game, it looked cool for how big it. Like the character that we have looks cool for how big it was, but a simplified design like this works way better, I think, for scale that the game's played at.
Yeah, for sure.
It's more, more based on like the Dota 2 scale, almost like the designs. It's funny because like if you look at those designs, are very complex. They look cool in avatars, I guess. That's kind of the main thing. Yeah. Okay. And where were we? Oh yeah, post processing for this.
So
Let's.
who drew those?
It's actually one of my favorite artists. Her name is Letta online. That's what she goes by. It's an artist based out of Korea. I'll pimp her ArtStation page because it's just. I highly recommend you guys check her work out because she's so freaking good. Her designs are amazing. So she worked on a lot of these kinds of games, and this is sort of why we wanted to approach her because she actually has a lot of experience in this sort of chibi style.
Nice.
We didn't want to take the chibi push it this far, but like she has just her weapon designs or arm designs. She's just awesome, and our game does have a bit of a Korean kind of flavor to it, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's not, yeah. And so
I think it's
our key
nearly
art
as
is very
grindy.
reminiscent. Yeah, we don't do grindy. Yeah, her work is exquisite. We absolutely love it. So every time she sends us an update, it's like such a treat. All right, so post processing volume. Here we go. Exposure, min brightness. So this is what I'm always scared to play around with this. Let's put this to 1. Max brightness 2. No. Let's set these to default. 8 and 0.3. And that's when it starts to wash out. 4, 3, 2, 5. File is read only. Oh, what happened? Oh, it's because I have the it's because I have it sort of revert, but not. So I have to submit
Oh, it's
this.
read only like that. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
I
that
guess.
makes
Okay.
sense. I'll submit this. Don't save. So submit. Yeah. Oh, I guess the last thing I got around to as well was I made our base naked female. No, let's not save this.
Yep, we have a
So
mannequin now.
yeah, so kind of just the way this work. I didn't the bakes. The bakes aren't working properly. All right, so let me just give you a thing. It's here, apply. Basically, the proportions for the females are going to be like this, and just for we go to see, I'll show some of the other character. The character I'm actually working on right now is assets, concepts, characters. I'm actually going to be working on Neath. She's kind of like our flagship character. So just in terms of how I'm going to set up the system is I'm going to be making a sort of like a naked version, like a naked male and a naked female. So depending on all the males in the entire game will share the same hands, the same legs, the same torso. And all the females, same thing. They're going to share the same hands, torso, whatever. So this is pretty, like, usually, this is going to be pretty locked off in terms of proportions and such. And yeah, I didn't get the bake done for this body. Oh, did I get the bake done? Let me just move that. Oh, I did. So, I mean, there's not a whole lot of detail on there, but my bit of a scapula. You got
Yeah.
the fingernails in there, and that's about it. Not a whole lot of detail. Oh, I guess I did a bit of knee and ankle work. That's about it. But I wanted to keep it really simple because I wanted the subsurface scattering to really take the stage on this one. And yeah, this is the other thing I did. And then I have to kind of do a rebake of the neck because necks are where the seam line is it's always a bit tricky. So what I do is I have a kind of a neck geometry, and I kind of bake this new geometry onto both, and it's kind of our transition. So this will be what her neck looks like after I'm done.
Cool. And we'll
Yeah.
be able to swap out. Well, this is the base, so we're gonna have like a generic NPC that we can swap out different shirts and pants and things.
Yeah.
So is she gonna be an NPC in the game?
Yeah, I'm calling her friendly because like the NPCs I'm going to refer to as like the crowd characters.
Mhm.
But she's going to be like a friendly character that you actually interact with. Um, we also have like the other one that it's going to be kind of on the same rig and the same setup is going to be Inanna. Where is she? Oh, wrong side. It opened up in Photoshop too. So this is Inanna. As you can see, she's going to share the same, shoulders, midriffs, hands, and legs. Oh, she's got the toes in there. Okay, well, that's going to be boots. So that'll be a swap.
We're gonna close those shoes off.
I kind of want to, I think I do want to close the shoes off actually, just because a lot of polygons used on toes.
Yeah, no one's ever gonna see that either.
Yeah, so I'll just probably give her like a leather thing on top. So that's fine. Anyway, um,
Got a question in the chat there,
yeah,
Jacques.
yeah. As an industry standard, do I have recommendations of 3D software to use? You mostly, it's probably 50-50 Max and Maya, but in Montreal, it seems to be leaning more to, geez. Learn both. It doesn't really matter though. It doesn't really matter because like you'll like if once you know one, the other's such an it's a pretty easy thing to learn the other. A lot of places do use Maya. I would say most use Maya now that I know of.
Yeah, I think
But
EA switched entirely to Maya.
yeah, the
Although I
reason
don't know.
I say it's not because Ubisoft is still completely Max. They tried the Maya
Yeah.
switch and they said no, we're stuck to
Mhm.
Max. Cloud Chambers Maya. Who else did I work with this past year? I think Blizzard is Maya for all of it except for WoW. Could be wrong. Yeah, learn them both. It's easy. You'll find that there's gonna be some things you love about Maya and hate about Max, and vice versa. There's a lot of things that it's more a collection of things you wish the other program did. There's just a lot of things you wish the other one did, and it's minor things that kind of build up over time. So, but they pretty much do the exact same thing. It'll be really easy to learn. It's just a matter of learning navigation, and the vocabulary is a touch different, but it's pretty much the same. All right, where are we? Okay, here. So post processing, discovered engine lines is the post processing. Exposure. We went back to so it's 0.5 and 1. So we can do this. The max brightness to 4. And put this to 0.25. Cut everything in half. That looks a bit too bright.
Yeah, it's a bit bright. I'm just trying to do something with the lights here that might help. Just give me a minute. Okay, that should work. We'll just test out. Because basically, I'll show you what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because the way I was setting up the lights before is basically
Mhm.
just multiplying the skylight intensity by that number, but I'll
Mhm.
change it so it's actually that's the target, and it'll blend between from one to the other
Okay.
over as you go down.
Okay.
So I'll save this. I'll just do a quick test. And that way we can set like if you so you can set the light intensity for the dungeon to be like 0.5 and that'll be it instead of like well it was 10 outside because it's a bright level. So now it's 1, but then at a darker level now it's 0.01 or whatever because it was
Okay.
multiplied.
Okay. So I will delete. I'll close this down then. I'll get your latest sync.
Well
once you submit it.
let me just test this and we'll
Okay.
see. Well, I don't even know what I'm testing because it's still going to go down to 0. But yeah, I guess I'll just send it to you. Or, well, it doesn't, as long as it doesn't break, it should be fine.
Mhm.
And then you should be able to play around with it more.
Mhm.
Come on.
I'm gonna revert that.
Wait, is it? Oh, I loaded the wrong level.
So Nico, where are you studying?
Okay, yeah, that's a lot brighter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But, let's just do this.
Oh yeah, the sky's back in there. It looks like it's reflecting the blue.
Yep. So, let's see if. Look at that. I guess you have the file checked out right now.
Okay, let me check back in. Let me revert it.
Uh,
The ammo slider float transition to. Okay, let me revert that.
the transition thing, yeah.
Yeah, I'll revert it. Yeah. So you can
Okay.
get it now.
So, curve assets.
I'll submit the ammo slide.
Well, actually, because that should be going. So it goes from A to B. So as you go down, so the
Mhm.
light lerp, when you go down, it goes to 0. So 0 is 0 is the target. Got those backwards.
University of South Wales. Nice. Congratulations on graduating.
Oh, actually. Let's just load a proper level.
You have a portfolio to show?
Okay. So now if I go down in here. Yeah, there it gets darker now.
Nice.
Okay. Cool. So I'll send that over to you. Is that? That's interesting. Oh, I just crashed. I knew that was gonna happen. That's why I run an editor. And now
Yeah.
you can see behind the scenes.
Oh, look at his desktop.
Look at Jacques' desktop. This isn't my desktop. This is the janky Discord setup I need to use
Yeah.
so I can
I
capture
bake everything
Jacques'
to my
face
desktop.
and Jacques' desktop at a
Yeah, I bake
reasonable
everything
frame
to my
rate.
desktop. These
We used
are
to
all things are temp. So I need to delete them, which is almost all these files are temp. I delete them after every time I use them.
Okay, yeah. So I'll
Desktop.
submit that
Yeah.
and dungeon browser. I don't need that. I don't need that. Yeah, I just need to submit that.
Yeah.
Okay. You think you should be able to get it?
One file updated. Okay.
Yeah. So, while we're waiting for that, Julian. So Julian's been doing mostly the demo, I think. Uh, how are you feeling about the stability of a lot of that stuff? Or you still think there's a lot of bugs in like the UI and the menus and stuff we need to sort out?
Well, I definitely have to do a second pass, but as you've noticed,
Mhm.
I just kept stumbling upon issues
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
in the options menu and pause menu and stuff
Mhm.
like that. So it definitely needed some polishing.
Okay.
Um, but I mean, sure, it's gonna be good enough. Should be.
Okay, yeah. Because the thing, because like I said, bug everything, and I mean bug everything, but I don't want us to get. I don't want the dungeon builder and the puzzle builder to get and the browser to like fall behind and just like we never get to those.
Right.
So, if do your second pass, and if we're okay, let's move on to those and see because there's a lot of UI stuff in those too. Like they're mostly
Right.
UI.
Right. Yeah, of course, of course.
So and yeah, that's it. It was a funny thing. I was joking with Phil. It's like, yeah, Julian sent me a ton of UI bugs, and I'm like, I did not quit AAA so I could just work in the UI.
It's
And it
part of it.
Too
shows.
bad.
It shows.
Guess what? The art's your life now.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
So
Phil,
float transition.
just I didn't catch what it is you do.
I'm not really on the team.
Oh,
I'm just helping out here and there. I'm a friend of Bjorn's from way back,
okay.
but I'm going to be doing some work on the website. I just finished a web developer course, so
Oh, sweet.
Mhm. Yeah,
Sounds good.
and Phil did he was pretty helpful I'd say like last year and over like around the start of the stream, like giving a lot of feedback on the puzzle builder
Mhm.
and stuff like that, and making sure all the elements in the puzzle builder work together really well.
oh
So
yeah, there
like
was a good month or two where I was using it every day,
yeah,
Nice.
I
and
was
then
like
giving him bugs.
yeah, there was a decent amount of bugs, but a lot of it was also like, hey, why don't these two things work together? And it wasn't so much a bug; it's just something I didn't think about and be like, oh yeah, no, it makes sense that
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like something that pushed, like like the wind thing should push you while you're on the ground,
hmm
or
I,
some things that interact together. Yeah,
I'm lost. Where was the dungeon builder again? It was
and the
the
dungeon builder, it's in the
yeah.
menu,
Oh, Neath
beneath levels
levels
menu.
menu. There we go. Dungeon builder.
Do I have the dungeon browser checked out? Why do I have the dungeon browser checked out?
Somebody has it checked out.
Well, if it's not you, it's probably me. Could be Julian. He has access to it now.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Ah, yes. Well, technically, you have access to it, whether or not you've actually turned on your computer. Doesn't matter.
Oh, that aspect ratio. Looks pretty black still.
Yeah.
Too dark. So float transition. So 0.25 is not 0.1 is not going to cut it. We gotta
Set it all the way up to like 1 or
all the way.
0.5. Yeah, just put in
One,
something
that's
crazy and
crazy.
see.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite a bit lighter.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
How
little
about the
bit better.
Yeah, but the
Mhm.
shadows are still black.
Oh yeah, they look a lot lighter to me.
Yeah, they look better for me as well.
Yeah.
They're still quite dark though. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. If you want to be a lot
especially over
lighter.
there. Yeah.
So the second hack I was actually going to do was I was going to put a rectangular light underneath, but that's the same thing as having the duplicating the light thing, right?
Mm,
Mm,
probably, yeah. Mm.
Because I don't.
I wonder. Maybe we should try doing the camera thing where like
Yeah.
we raise the min brightness or
Well, back to
yeah.
the post processing.
No, it was on the camera. It was a setting on the camera.
It's pretty much the same thing, though, isn't it?
I don't think so
Could be
because
wrong.
it's one of the exposure things. So
All right. So let me just revert that back then.
Could you make the character glow?
I gave the character a second lighting pass, not a
character has
glow, but like.
the character doesn't emit light though. So I think that's
Character
something they did
doesn't
in
light.
Thief though. Like in Julian, do you remember like there was a light attached to the character in Thief, right? So no matter where
I
you
don't
went, you
remember.
kind of lit up the area around you. It was pretty subtle.
I I bought
Yeah.
it
Like
for
if the
$4.
issue
I could check.
like if the issue is like getting lost in the shadows, maybe you just give yourself a little glow.
Well, it's not about
Mhm.
lost in the shadows. It's about things getting lost in the
Yeah, because there's
shadows.
like gameplay elements in the shadows,
Mm,
basically.
yeah, that
Yeah.
doesn't really work then.
Yeah. So like, but if you,
Oh, I forgot to.
yeah, you gotta talk to him. But if you eject and then go to the camera and change the min darkness or whatever,
Mhm.
or min, not min darkness, min brightness, I think it's called.
So, a sec. Let's get to this other room. Eject. Select the camera.
Yeah.
Camera beneath camera.
Yep. And then you'll want to select the camera component.
Why did it just light up?
I don't know.
Oh, neath camera is here. So this is what
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
supposed to be, and we're readjusting it back actually lower.
Oh,
And so
interesting.
there's,
Okay.
yeah.
So,
Let's see
yeah,
if
you
there's a
came in.
shadow grading.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
toss the gamma up on this thing. No. Dude, that's the Photoshop effect I think I was talking about before.
Yeah, I don't think we want to change the gamma. Um, but yeah, don't affect that because I think there's another setting for min bright or yeah min brightness I think. So type that in the filter or like brightness.
And brightness. Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is the exact same as the what's it called?
Oh, is that in the post process as well?
Yeah, this is the post processing. So what I did was I set like the one we have in games set to 0.5 and this is set to 1.
Oh,
And
okay.
so the problem is if we set this to like 0.4, it just kind of starts washing everything out.
Well,
The
it
lower
probably
you
won't do anything because we're in the if it's in the post process. So select the post processing, but it that washed everything out. I thought it just
yeah.
okay.
Well, yeah, I kind of or let me just post process and show you. Well, let's get rid of the camera.
Just possess.
Yeah.
There you go. And then you should still be able to select the post processing volume and change things.
Why are there so many post processing volumes in this one?
Because there's one per room.
Oh, okay. So the one in this room is. You see it?
Just select them all, and it should highlight the one you have selected, or highlight one. Select one at a time, so you can see which one is.
The other room.
There you go.
Okay, that's this room. So, this was min brightness.
And you might want to possess again, so you're getting the proper. Was it that room? I thought it was the fourth one.
Threshold. Min brightness. So if we set this to 0.4,
Yeah, maybe it was the third one.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, okay.
0.3, 0.35. So now we get the nice shadow. See what's in the shadow now. It's kind of overblown.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a matter of me just lowering all the lights now.
Again. Hmm.
To match this. Hmm. But I wonder if there is something we can do with shadows. Shadows.
So the thing that Bruno said is, do you think a global solution like a skylight with a pre-baked cube map would work? We could manufacture a little generic indoor cube map and add some fill.
Well, that would actually be a good idea. But then it's sort of the same thing as like raising the probably be the same thing as raising the value, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. The last solution just be to remove shadows from these things too. It'll look weird, but
Mhm.
might be
Mm,
better than like having these black shadows all over the screen.
yeah. I don't know. They honestly they don't look that dark over the screen, over the stream.
Yeah.
But
It
I
wasn't
guess
this
it's hard
level
to
though.
tell. Yeah,
It's also unpredictable.
try going back to the shop and going back to like the or getting one of the levels that was really problematic, one of the rooms that was really
Okay.
problematic.
All right.
Because there was one that was like 2 by 1 that I know was really problematic. Or 1 by 2, I guess. And it should be like the probably the second or third one. Tetris. Okay, it wasn't that one.
Yeah, these things just the shadows are just pitch black. They're very large things.
The thing is like the because like the area where it's pitch black is pretty small.
Yeah.
Hmm. No, maybe try I don't know, try the fourth one. Because there was one where I had like basically two things going across the top, but I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, I remember. I remember playing
And
that one
so,
too.
just so you know, you don't have to stop and restart. You can just hit B, and it will take you right back to the shop.
Oh,
Yeah. And you can also, like, if you
yeah.
go up to the top.
Let me just delete.
Yeah. No, up,
Yeah.
up, and then over. There you go. You can press X to do
Mm-hmm.
new. It says new room. It should say new dungeon. I'll have to pick it up, and yeah,
All right.
and then it just clears everything.
Yeah, I gotta make a new combat chip. Level that one by one. Actually, I'll do a 2x2 empty room. No, 2x2 empty room. Puzzles. 1x2.
Yeah.
So this fourth one. Right, some more of these 2x2 ones.
Because we're looking for specific ones, right? Not just any
Yeah,
random one.
but I remember there was one in the 2x2 that was really bad.
Yeah.
You know, it was a ammo slide one. Oh wait, we removed the shadows on the ammo slides. Okay, well, but it also had the rotating platforms too.
Nope.
Yeah, but you still have. I mean, you can still kind of see
There's
how
no
the
gameplay under
dark.
those though. Like these are nowhere near as egregious as the ones we're talking about. So
Yeah.
like just try and find one of those.
All right. There we go. This is it.
Yeah, that doesn't
Why
look
isn't
too
this?
bad. Yeah, I don't even think this is one of the egregious ones either.
Mm,
Yeah, this one on the right. I remember I've played that room uh, last week, and I didn't see the switch underneath that shadow.
Oh,
yeah.
really? Okay.
Yep. This one's pretty bad too.
Yeah.
It was way worse when the shadows were being cast by the ammo slides.
Mm-hmm.
But I think
Yeah,
that
yeah.
actually kind of removed a lot of it, though. Just removing the shadow casting on that thing seemed to fix a lot of the issues. Yeah, this was the 2x2 one I was playing.
Mm.
Okay, and I remember, yeah, even things like this was hard to see. It was just like because half the screen was black, it was
Yeah.
unwieldy. I think it was this one that was really hard to see because it was already occluded by the by that angle, I guess.
Mm.
Floating objects. All right.
But that already does look better. Like with the
Yeah, it
because
does.
that looks great. That you can see the detail in the tile there. It's not that
Yeah.
dark now.
Is it the only problem now is that these things don't cast any shadows at all, which I'm
Yeah,
not
those
too
things.
bothered by it. It might be more of an issue when they're lower down, but
Well,
I
the
don't
thing
know too
is,
many. Yeah,
because they like the shadows we're seeing from the other objects should be as dark, right?
yeah,
So that's light enough. Like it's not
yeah,
pitch black like it was before. So it's already better.
yeah. Was it because we did the? All right. No, because I reverted the transition. Yeah, but this one I remember this one
Mm-hmm.
being a really bad one, and it looks okay now. Looks playable
Mm-hmm.
now.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's
And
because you.
another thing is I do plan on making this thing much more. I'll probably make this like a wire rail of some kinds that you can see through for that reason. It's too big and bulky for gameplay. It just kind of exists as it is. I'll transition this to like some kind of a wire thing. Scaffolding. It'll be scaffolding. I wish it could have some kind of a reason why it's, elevated like this rather than just floating. But
well, that's the thing is players can make levels like that anyway. So, and I'd
Give it
rather
a
not
magic-
restrict them.
Yeah,
Give it a magic glow.
yeah. But I could actually put scaffolding beams, like just really skinny scaffolding beams, like really high up. So no matter where you put it, as long as it's the
Oh,
entire
to
length
the
of the room,
ceiling.
yeah, it'll look like it's being suspended by the ceiling.
Just make it shiny. Wizard did it.
Bad art director did it. All right, cool. I think that's what we'll do.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I think with this I can probably live with this. It's not terrible. Yeah. Although it would be kind of cool if you could have a light in the center of of the camera, and it's just kind of like everywhere you go, it just kind of lights up a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
We used to have that.
yeah. Like, no, it's probably a bad idea now that I think of it. These get all these like, yeah. No, this looks good. It looks grounded. It's believable. Just need to make the suspension thing look better. I think we're good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe you can have a magic weapon that makes you glow.
Yeah,
Makes
the better, the rarer your weapon, the brighter it glows. There you go.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I think that's good for now.
Yeah, that's good for a stream.
Yeah, this was
Debug some
this
stuff.
was the egregious level that I was looking for. Seems to work.
Oh, there was another one I've had where it was just like there's stuff pretty high up and it blocked so much stuff underneath it.
Yeah, so I removed the lighting. I removed shadow casting on all these objects, so that shouldn't be a problem anymore.
Yeah.
The other problem was the self shadow.
We tried to remove it and it's just not working right now. Or we put on shadow casting and it's just broken in game. It works in the editor fine, but it's just it's not off. It's broken.
No, I shut it off now. I shut it off in the material and submitted it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'll try. Yeah, I'll try the scaffolding thing, like with the thing, and if that kind of still looks bad, I'll try flicking the shadows on again. If that still looks bad, I'll turn it off. And that way, also, if you're missing shadows on scaffolding, like it wouldn't cast much of a shadow anyway. And it's nicer to be able to like see what's going on down there and then see kind of your scaffolding rather than having it completely occlude your view. So I think
for sure.
This should just be wires at this point, or an outline of some kind. Yeah, but yeah, that'll get into the. I'll do it after the demo, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not.
All right. I think we'll call it for that stream. Thanks for stopping by, everybody.
Yeah. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, cheers. Have a good night.